Thank you, B. Chang Zing. My name is Mike Warwick. I'm going to be going over the last few sections of this presentation about Apple out of South Korea. I'm going to be going over the family life, the gender roles, views on Americans, and I'll be concluding at the end. To start off, I want to talk about the family life. I want to talk about how strict they are. One thing that they're very big on in the Korean families is the father-son relationship. The son is very obedient to the father. Also, the firstborn son's main goal in his life is to carry on the last name of the family. Once the father dies, the firstborn son will inherit the house and the biggest piece of land. And like I said earlier, his main goal in his life will be carry out the name and create his own family to keep it going on down the chain. Next, I want to talk about views on Americans. This one was hard to find, but I did find that they're very openly discriminative towards foreigners of any kind. Also, they tend to think that one person's accomplishment is linked to a certain ethnicity. For example, if a white male is rich and successful, then they will think that all white males are very successful and rich. On the other hand, if a black male tends to steal and is very poor, then they will think that all black males are poor and tend to steal. Next I want to talk about is gender roles. This one I found very interesting. The biggest thing that I found is when back in the old days they did not let women come out of the house until a certain time in the day when they needed to run errands, but when they were out of the house they had to be covered from head to toe. We're not allowed to be seen by males. Next is, before, not a lot of women went to universities, and if they did, they didn't score as well as males in the university, and when they moved on to the workforce, they were less likely to be hired over males. It's just what work companies did, is just they didn't hire women. But now that you see that that's changing, I have a chart. It's about through 1978 to 2012. It shows here on how women are starting to progressively become more into the workforce, and then males are becoming less into the workforce. I don't have a projector, so this is the best I can do. This here, I have a couple pictures of families back in the old days. You can just tell how very strict and just a certain type of family they had to be. Down here you can see a lot more of individualism throughout the family and just how things have changed. Lastly, just to conclude, is Korea is probably one of the hardest cultures to adapt to, just between their norms and their business cultures and things like that. But after doing this report and these presentations, we all become to see how exactly you can fit into these cultures and norms. And that's it.